Well, you can find collaborators anywhere, really. I mean, there's the classic forums of conferences and seminars. You talk to people, you find out what they're doing, find out that about their science. You're always kind of engaging with them, trying to think, could this be somebody that I could work with? So there's always, for me, a personal interaction there. So if I think that somebody's doing interesting science, I think that somebody that I'd like to work with, then there tends to be that bond formed, and you then tend to follow up by email or Skype call, Zoom call, and build on that and explore different funding options. I even found somebody who was an old university friend of mine who was working in an area of interest to me, and I've contacted them, and now we're setting up a collaboration. So for me, the GW4 collaboration was people who I didn't know, and I reached out to them. I found profiles on the internet and initiated the collaboration in that way. So there's many different ways you can go about finding different collaborators.
Without a doubt, the collaborative work that we've done wouldn't have been possible without the GW4 and the initial being put together that GW4 did. We went to them and said, these are some of the areas that we would be interested in collaborating over. And they went and found people for us. We'd never met before, and they've now become central collaborators on that project and in projects going forward.
I also meet some of my collaborators via the introduction from like someone I know, or just meeting them at a conference to have some chat, and then it finally becomes some long-term collaboration. And speaking of that, I think at the crucible of GW4 that I attended in the first year that I joined Cardiff University, it provides a fantastic opportunity for me to meet one of my important collaborators. And that turns out to become a long-term relationship.
When we were putting together this collaboration, we were very interested in hearing from as many different disciplines as possible who were interested in queer studies generally. Our network intends to contribute or establish a research agenda in the field. And so it was important to us that we had as much representation as possible from a diverse range of expertise who wanted to contribute to queer studies. And that's kind of some of the organizing principles that we developed our network around, was inclusivity and openness to new ideas and frames of knowing.
I think it's about others trusting you, because again, referrals go two ways, and people will ask others to refer potential collaborators to them, and it's good if your name comes up at that point. So I think the personal networking is really important within this. You have to be quite active. You can't just be passive. And one of the things that I found over time is that good collaborations snowball over time. And actually, one project does lead to another project. It may take 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 years to come to gestation, but those names are known, and the teams continue in one format or another.
Well, I think it's always important to make yourself findable. I've always put a big emphasis on social media, my own personal group website, trying to take ownership of the content which other people see when they're looking for me, or they're looking for research done at the University of Bristol. I think I always try to put out there the key information, the latest papers, the latest research which we're engaged with, so that people can very easily find out about what I am, what I'm interested in, and the research which my group is doing.